Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Slow Customs, and today's episode will be on Tallylyn and the Works Unit Coach. It's kind of a random pairing of customs, but I need to get these out of the way before I do my big one. So anyway, we're going to start with the Works Unit Coach. So the Works Unit Coach is probably the more simpler one. It is just I believe, Clarabelle? Yeah, I think it's a Clarabelle. And the Clarabelle was originally going to be called, Rolly, after the, Rolly the coach from, God, I don't know, he's an OC, created by the guy who did the Shed 17 and Project G1. I wanted to do a Rolly for quite a long time, but I mean, I just kind of didn't think of it, and I wanted to make the Works Unit Coach anyway, after getting inspired by Master of the Lemon's Works Unit Coach that he had started to sell. So anyway, probably the more simpler custom. All it is just the Clarabelle wrapped in masking tape to give it kind of like that nice texture, you could say. In all reality, it was just so I didn't have to sand Clarabelle down so much. And I believe I used the same green as most of my British Rail green engines, or also with pretty much any of my dark green engines. I used the same green, so I just painted it all green, and then I did the roof in a black. I did uncover these little like pins, I think they are. I did uncover those just to give it a more like wooden railway look. So yeah, I think it looks nice. Yeah, the details were pretty simple. I mean, traditionally there'd be another door on this side, and I think there was like an extra window or two on the back side of it. But I just kind of decided not to do it, because I don't know, I think it looks good like this. I like how it turned out with the Works, like, lettering and the spacing and all that, so it turned out really nice. Speaking of Works, I wasn't able to get the unit part into the Works unit, like, title it's been given, but I do think that just Works would be a nice substitute as well, so yeah, it just kind of works out. Now, I did do what Master of the Lemons did, and I made the magnets of the coach non-existent, so it's just basically like a metal piece, so that way an engine could couple onto the front and the back at the same time, just like Master of the Lemons. I mostly did that out of inspiration like he did, but also so I could have my Donald and Douglas go back to back on like a scene or whatever, so it just really worked out that way, which I think is nice. But yeah, there's not too much else to say about the Works Unit Coach. I mean, I did paint the underside to cover up the name, so yeah, otherwise it's a really nice custom. I like how it turned out. So yeah. Next we have Tallylyn. So, like I said, it's kind of a random pairing, putting narrow gauge with the standard gauge Works Unit Coach, but, this is just made out of a, oh god, I don't remember what year. I think, yeah, 02. It's made out of an 02 Skarloey. It was beat beyond salvation. Thank goodness, though, I already did have a 2002 Skarloey, so, sorry, something landed on my phone. Anyway, I already had one, so I didn't feel too bad about, painting the other Skarloey, so, yeah. The green I used for Tallylyn is, I believe, the same green that I used for, let me see. I don't think I actually used this one before. It does look familiar, though, but it is from a, like, paint tube thing, so, yeah, I think it looks really nice. I did try to base the livery off of a Railway Series image. I can't remember what book it's from, but I believe it's just one where it's like a backstory to Skarloey, where it like talks about the Tallylyn. But yeah, I don't know if that's how you say Tallylyn, like Tallylyn's name or whatever, but it's just how I say it, Tallylyn. Anyway, so the line-in was actually fairly simple for her. All I had to do was do a yellow line-in part first, all around the boiler, on either side, and then just kind of do the same thing with the cab. For the line-in on the boiler, I did do an outside black rim. It's kind of hard to tell, but you can definitely see it back there. So the black line-in part does go all around, so I just think that works. The cab line-in and bunker line-in is pretty much the same. This undersection here, it's supposed to represent the running board. I don't know if I like it or not. I mean, it does look a little weird, but you could probably look past it, honestly. The running board top is just black, same with the underside of the boiler. The face was really easy to remove. I just replaced that with a Lego dish piece. That way it gave it like a smoke box door feel. The funnel too. The funnel for her was chewed up because I got this Skarloey from a damaged lot of like maybe 7 engines or whatever. So yeah, I just kind of simply just made a little ring around it, hoping to make it look good, but yeah. Buffer beams on the front and back, pretty simple. The cab cutout, it's really just traced out from the original. Nameplate and number are just kind of like red dots. Well, they were yellow first, and then I went over them with a bit of red. That way it gave it like it didn't have the letters, but it had like the red background on the nameplate thing. Kind of how it was in the Railway Series image, so yeah. The dome back here, that's just gold, which is yellow. I did mess up. I know Tallylyn doesn't have coal bunkers on either side. I'm a bit dumb, but I did put one on the right-hand side, which I really shouldn't have. But yeah, I'll probably go back and fix that later, but on the left side, it's perfectly fine how it is, so yeah. Here's the back line-in, pretty simple. So here's the other side. I do think that this side is a little bit better when it comes to the line-in, at least for the running board and the cab line-in. You can definitely see at the front there that it is a little bit shabby, but I think it's fine. I probably won't use Tallylyn too much. Hell, I probably won't even make most of the Tallylyn engines. I'm only going to make, like, Tallylyn and Dolgok, just because they were the only real ones mentioned in the Railway Series, so I think it's excusable if I only make those two. So yeah. Anyway, like I said, kind of an odd pairing, but I just had to get these two out of the way before I get onto another custom, which it's one of my favorites. So yeah, I do hope you guys enjoyed this one, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.